Hello and welcome to MBDG's coverage of Prodigy Disc Pro Tour 2020 at the beautiful Tampere Disc Golf Center. My name is Idar. I'm just one part of the Perfect Flight commentary duo because with me I got Dean Schaub, and who do we have the pleasure to watch today, Dean?
Yeah, in this third round we're starting off with Eveliina Salonen coming in at 971 with a couple of nice finishes early on in the US, starting off her season, and our current European champion, Henna Blomroos, with an identical 971 rating. I'm looking forward to seeing some beautiful turnover shots from Henna. And we also have Maija Laitinen working her way up through 2 rounds onto this lead card coverage, really playing at the top of her game. And rounding us out is Heidi Laine, coming off ACL surgery and also a win at the Wildcard Open.
Pretty solid, and we saw there that the Heidi is also sponsored by Power Grip. Just got to give a shout out to them for helping us making this coverage possible. And yeah, it will be interesting to see these girls going into probably one of the most challenging courses in all of Europe. And we start things off pretty heavy. This is hole 1. Par 4, 241 tight meters all the way down here. That's the sweet spot for the first drive, setting up for a long second shot as well, and a decent approach to get you up and down for a par. But really challenging starting hole. Of course, you got the blood pumping, you got the crowd, you have of course the beautiful coverage of NBDG all over the place. Let's just get right into it.
Ensimmäisenä heittovuorossa kilpailua johtava, Innovaa ja Valkeakosken discgolfia edustaen 132 heitolla Eveliina Salonen.
Yeah, Eveliina starts off. She got a solid +6 going into this final round. It's going to be tough for the rest of the girls to catch up with her, but if you have seen any of the other rounds here at MBDG's coverage of the Pro Tour at Tampere, it is that this course got teeth.
Yeah, starting off right away with a big challenge with that narrow fairway. All the power and distance in the world doesn't mean anything if you're off in those thick trees.
Yeah, a little bit of a lucky kick there as well, just kicking out to the right.
And here we see Henna. We've seen her on coverage here and there in the United States, so you're pretty familiar with her game. She did join Team Innova after several years at Pro Discus.
Yeah. Let's see what she can do here. You can see this. It's quite windy, even at the tee pad here, which is pretty much in cover of the wind. You can see it's blowing pretty nice, and this is fading out early for Henna. Not where she wanted to go, of course, but
yeah, it really needs to stay right for a long time, really flirt with that right side tree line.
Here we have Maija. Going to forehand. Going to see a lot of those.
Full commitment there. What a whip action.
And then rounding us up, it's going to be Heidi.
Heidi.
Yeah. As I mentioned, Power Grip sponsored player, but also Dynamic Disc sponsored player. In her hand. Could be the Sheriff we're seeing here, flying, flipping up. Oh, just kicking a few branches and ending up pretty much exactly where Henna ended up. So, as you can see, there's still some work to be done. And Eveliina, after her lucky first kick, oh, that's a little low. Cut rolls, but stays in bounds. Out in the open. Oh, another cut roll.
Yeah, we see just how important it is to get out in the middle off the tee box. Pretty rough looks for the second shot so far. Yep,
yeah, you can see
yeah,
here.
we've said it before. This hole routinely averages well above par at any competition in any division.
You have Heidi, unfortunately, rolling out of bounds. Let's see if Henna can do something. This is looking good. If it's not too far out to the right. No, stays in bounds. It's good little helicopter action there. Yeah, not a whole lot more you can do from Maija there. Just get it out there and get going. Big skip again. Eveliina working with the trees.
Yeah, back-to-back forehands there from Eveliina. Certainly not how she probably drew up the hole.
Yeah, it seems a little bit like the wind is playing some mind tricks with the ladies here, just turning things over even more than they want to, and see a couple of early cut rollers which can indicate some hard to read conditions on the course. Maija going to her mercy. Getting up there.
Yeah, we already have some players kind of in just get me out of here mode.
Yep.
See why this is one of the toughest starting holes. Henna puts herself
very nice of Henna.
Right inside the circle. She says she's really working on her approach game as well as her putt.
Eveliina giving that a little bit of a run. Ending up on 3 meters. 2.5, perhaps. Very nice Annie there from Maija. Ooh. Nice little tree there. Just kicking it in towards the basket. And even though these are not the longest of putts, the pressure of being on a lead card on one of the most prestige Finnish tournaments with this kind of gallery, tough conditions, it's not as easy as one could think it is.
And it's a course where anything can happen, really. I see, the scores are what the scores are, but Henna really with nothing to lose. So far in front of third place, and can only really try to score and catch up with Eveliina. So a real missed opportunity on that birdie putt there. Or sorry, bogey putt. So already losing a stroke to Eveliina, and we're moving on to hole 2.
Hole 2, par 3, 124 meters is a dogleg left. Get it out around this area and you have a good, nice look for the approach on a beautiful man-made, let's just put that out there already, is a man-made little green here on this beautiful Tampere course.
Yeah, it really takes a glidey hyzer to attack the basket. Set Eveliina trying to bite off a lot of distance. Yeah.
That is exactly what she's doing. That's a beautiful drive. Just down there on the floor. Ready for a long look for birdie.
Imagine Henna's going destroyer here.
Yeah, a little tighter, a little higher. That is big power. Going long off the basket.
Such a different
as
line.
As you can see, yeah, for sure. And Maija going a little bit wider, a little bit more safe. That's also a great drive.
Looking right at the gap, a great spot.
Yeah. I don't know if you caught it, but Henna just barely missed the banner on the left there. It's an interesting placement of a banner. And this is wide, but sneaks just inside.
She'll have a tricky approach from there. We'll see what her little Anheuser game looks like. I believe she's throwing judges as a throwing putter and putting putter.
And this is pretty much as perfect as you can do it.
Perfect shot there. That's harder than it looks for sure. That standstill Anheuser putter into a weird green. Well played.
Maija is in the open. Oh, look at that wind action. Beautiful, beautiful from Maija there as well. But
looked like an ultimate disc flying.
Yeah. Eveliina laying up. Henna, as you mentioned, she has nothing to lose. She has all to gain and is most likely going to run this. Hard to read the wind here.
Yeah, definitely running it. She's obviously in attack mode.
A little bit of a weird stance, seems like. Maybe just on edge of that second plateau. Oh. Giving it a good bid, but just a little too low and left. And Henna in attack mode, unfortunately have to settle for a bogey here at hole 2.
After an absolute crush of a drive. She went way long on this basket.
Well, the rest of the girl just taps out their pars. And we move into hole 3. This is par 3, 94 meters. It's a dogleg right this time. OB is not as tight as you might imagine on this, so there should be some opportunities to get up and down, maybe have a little bit of a birdie look with either a forehand or a big turnover. We'll see how the girls attack this here. Eveliina going with her forehand. This is leaking a little bit right, but has the distance. Yeah, circle's edge, but behind a lot of guardian trees, so.
Yeah, it looked like it had the height, just didn't quite stretch. Another forehand here, also with really good height control. But Heiser's just a little early.
Yep.
This is every bit of 94 meters with that far dogleg right.
Heidi turning this one over. And it seems to be a pretty strong left to right wind here as her disc just gets pushed away from the basket deep into the woods. Definitely not what she wanted.
This, in my opinion, is really Henna's specialty, the turnover shot.
Mm-hmm. Going wider than the rest of the girls. This is fading perfectly towards the basket and lands under the basket, skips 3 or 4 meters. That is a beautiful glidey putter throw.
Looked like an absolute ace run from Henna.
Yeah. A nice little stepper out from Heidi. Those are really hard to get the right angles on.
Oh,
that is a great bid from Maija as well. Yeah, Eveliina want nothing to do with all those small little limbs you see there.
I think there is just enough wind today that it's really affecting everyone's decision making. And
Henna.
Yeah, back on track with a nice birdie.
Slams that in there.
These are 2 world-class players, and Henna does have some elite skills. And that turnover shot, you could see the confidence there.
And Eveliina just taps that out, easy peasy. Well, we go into hole 4, par 3, 118 meters long, and this is more of a slow turning right shot, very tight as you can see here in the middle, with trees all over the place. Then you need to hit this gap and get into the woods. really demanding shot, but I think actually the fairway here might be a little bit nicer than most of the other fairways we're going to see today because of the trees on the side. Just, I mean, making the wind a little bit less of a decisive factor. Well, Eveliina just smashes this. Looked really, really nice out of her hand. Just a little bit too tight on the right hand side there. We got Eveliina going wider, maybe a little bit too wide, a little too stable. It's fading out a little early.
Well, not a conservative shot there from Eveliina, even with a big lead. Absolutely crushed one. Just missed turning it over enough.
Maija, little early release. Nice little kick though, out on the fairway. Gives her a possibility to scramble for a par.
It was such a good idea keeping it low like that if you know you're playing the hole for par.
Yeah. And this, a little nasty root there, but a great little low trying to skip it in towards the green. Really like that. This is also the second time we're seeing her force turnover her forehand, so I think we're going to see a lot of those fun overstable forehands throughout the round. Heidi, just a little bit out in the cabbage, getting out there for a long look.
I don't think Eveliina's had a normal putt yet in this round. Oh. Is that back-to-back holes with really good runs?
Yeah. Heidi. Not enough Annie on that. Have to try to putt around the tree there. Doesn't make it easy for herself. We have Eveliina smashing that one in there. I admire Maija's putting style as well. I really enjoy seeing people doing Annie putts from long distances. I never do it myself, and that's probably why I find it so fascinating. And there is something beautiful about a good S-line, even in putts, I think.
One of my favorite things to practice, for sure.
Yeah.
Henna probably wanted to come out really firing on all cylinders. It looks like bogeys and birdies so far.
Yeah. And we are at hole 5, par 4, 262 meters. Fairly open here for the first shot. This is out here in the sweet spot, and then it's a slow turning right shot into the woods, but there is plenty of wind out here, of course. Not as much guardian trees for the wind, so we're going to see some wind action. Of course, there are plenty of trees to hit as well before the ladies get in here towards the green, so we'll just have to see how they solve the tricky conditions. Eveliina smashing one out there. This is going straight and true, fading out well. Middle of the fairway, that's pretty perfect, I would say.
Yeah, if you didn't know already, Eveliina definitely has world-class distance.
Henna, this is getting pushed down a lot by the wind. Not easy.
It looked like she went for more of a hyzer flip into the wind.
Maija is looking good as well. Getting that nice little S. Wind is pushing it a little bit. Perfectly in the fairway. Well done. And Heidi. That's really close, but just getting a good little wind action. Nice skip.
I liked Heidi's style there. Just stepped right up, no camera cut, and smashed it down the right side. She knew exactly what she was doing.
Making it easier on the editors here as well. This is looking beautiful. Just a little tight, but gets through it.
after a short drive, to bite off that much on the second shot is enormous.
Maija, ooh, that's tight. It's looking good. Settle down in the fairway. Yep. She got a perfect position to attack the green from there.
Maija looks like someone who's extraordinarily comfortable with their game and not going to try to do anything she knows she can't do. Speaking of which, this is an elite drive just ripped from Eveliina. Whoa.
That is quite a distance indeed.
So much distance with not a lot of height and absolute crush.
Heidi is forced to go a little tighter, a little higher, a little bit more Annie, and this is looking actually really, really good. Great distance, just a little bit tight on the right side of the fairway, but for quite an awkward lie, that was nicely solved. My prediction, a little bit of a forehand flex here. Oh yeah, this is looking really good. Skip in towards the green. Beautiful. And Henna actually ending up a lot more right than I first anticipated. Needing to go big and Annie, but not enough angle on it, not enough height, and it fades out a little bit early there.
See how quickly this hole can reach out and get you.
We have Henna here.
Eveliina.
Perfect position. Sorry.
Eveliina.
Yes. My bad. Did I say Henna?
That's only the second or third time. I'll keep you in line here, Idar.
Yeah, that's nice. I need someone I need some adults to to mind me.
We're gonna get on track here.
Yeah, we got Heidi. Not a tricky approach for her, but she solves it nicely. Left with a circle's edge putt. Henna. Oh, you can feel it. She really wants it, but just not enough height on it. Yeah, tailwind with a little bit of a slower spin putt. Just gets knocked into the ground. And Maija tapping in.
That's
with the driver.
Awesome par for Maija on this hole. I'm sure she's happy with a 4.
Wouldn't we all? We have Eveliina just tapping that one out. Taking yet another stroke from Henna.
And Heidi, let's get it. Heidi tapping in for bogey.
We're at hole 6 par for 222 meters. A very challenging first shot. Need to land around here to have a good attacking position for your second throw out here to the fairway. And when we get to there, you'll see that this basket is one of the most guarded in all of European disc golf. Right in here with 34 trees in front of it, just making the putt even more irritating and challenging, to be honest.
Sounds like they've added a few trees since the second round. Don't forget about this gap right off the tee pad. It really limits your options.
Yeah, we talked about it in previous rounds, how we really enjoy that. Ooh, hello.
A few escalators hidden in the down the fairway there.
Yeah, we talked about it in the previous rounds, how we enjoy how the course designer Jussi Maresma has put some of the tees inside the forest. Not a whole lot, but just enough to take away some of the easier, heiser routes, some of the crazier Lisot routes, so to speak, and just forcing the play that the designer wants. And I really admire that choice when it comes to course design. We have Henna leaking a little bit more left, but with great distance.
Heidi probably wanted some more turn out of that one.
Yeah. And it seems like they're relying on stability in the rough wind here, which makes it a little bit harder for them to gain that extra little distance and stay clear of the woods on the left. And Maija,
100% effort forehand there.
Yeah.
She's playing really well, I feel. Eveliina is kind of on a par stacker here. Let's see if she can put something up near the basket.
Yeah.
Absolutely crushed.
Fantastic. And Heidi, leave it in the bush there. Do not envy her this lie. And yeah, just that has to be green. Come on.
Yeah.
I can see it all the way from Norway. That's green.
There we go.
Come on.
There we go. Wanted to be sure. Here comes Henna. Needs to work something around on a hyzer.
Yeah. Wow, look at that distance. Hunting the basket.
Well past the basket.
Wow.
Absolute smash.
We have Heidi here, just lining up. That just never gets back.
Got away from her just a little bit there.
Yeah, seemed to be a headwind, just carrying it away to the right.
Not thrilled about it. Looks like she's lining up a soon-to-be famous forehand. This is really fun to watch.
And
just
great run. She ends up on 5-6 meters, but
she was trying to ring it up. I love it.
Yeah, she was. This is really well done by Heidi. Just getting around there. We have Eveliina. Little stepper. A little early, but
I'm not sure what people do at this hole in terms of those kind of runs.
Henna. She can't believe what happened for some reason.
Let's see if Heidi can give it some Anheuser here. It's lined up perfectly for her putt. Ooh. Yeah, no gimmies around inside the circle here.
She's saying, I can't believe that Dean didn't warn me about all the trees in the way here.
One
this
of those
is not
putts,
easy.
Yeah, where you try about 11 different stances and hate them all.
Oh. Tricky. Was it Henna actually went even deeper than I thought, but
yeah,
smashing it in there for a solid par.
The trees just never stop, even past the basket. That's
little tap in action here for the rest of the ladies.
All right, moving on to hole 8.
Actually, hole 7 first. There's a par 3, 97 meters. Talked about it before. This is one of the most treacherous basket placements on the course. You want to get up here, and you do not want to hit the hill on anything but flat. It will be an almost guaranteed roll away to a circle's edge or more away from the basket. We have Eveliina smashing one out there. Seems to be a little bit of the headwind again, just pushing that disc to the left, but landing on circle's edge.
Yeah, fortunate kick out there. See what Henna has. I imagine she'll start it out a little bit wider after seeing Eveliina's result.
Yeah, Actually
Nope.
going straight, but more stability. This looks really good. Sits down there at 10 meters, approximately. But for a tricky death putt.
Yeah, she probably wanted a little more skip up the hill there, but I'm sure she'll take it. Wow.
What?
Absolute hovercraft. Just kept going.
It never landed.
Looks like Heidi has a driver in her hand.
Yep.
Wanting to play the fade.
And it's working beautiful. Sitting up down by the base of the hill there.
A lot worse places to be. Again, not the shortest hole.
And almost stood up. Yeah, Eveliina just laying up. And Heidi doing the same.
Would have been cool to see Eveliina with that lie, with a little bit closer match.
Yeah.
Henna as well. I'm sure we could have seen some cool runs.
Maija.
But as it is, looks like we're all going to be walking away with pars.
Yeah, which is none. It's not a bad score here on this hole. Just doesn't matter where you land, unless it's right on the basket. You're always going to have a death putt on this hole.
So Eveliina keeps the pars going.
Yeah,
Makes 5 in a row here, 6 in a row.
Really solid start for her.
Yeah.
Well, we go into hole 8. This is a par 4, 221 meters. Again, we're out more in the open, so more winds. There's OB on the right, there's OB on the left, but further down. You need to get somewhere close to be able to hyzer into this green, which we talked about before, but it's really treacherous. There's an OB pond, there's OB in the back. Yeah, just one of the most terrifying greens I've seen in a very long time here at Tampere Disc Golf Center.
Yeah, we'll see how Eveliina and Henna play this one. They can definitely get a different look than most FPO players. Really in the world, not just Finland.
And hyzering out a little bit early for Eveliina. We got Henna here. Going with the hyzer, but a little bit wider than we saw Eveliina doing. Landing here in the middle of the fairway after a smash of a drive. That's great.
Perfect shot. Really hung out on that right side just long enough. See, a lot of people finish left off the tee box here.
Yep. And Maija getting out there as well. No problem.
Yeah. Looks like just stay in bounds, stay in the middle.
Yep.
Heidi putting more of a move on one.
Yep.
Little more distance and perfectly in the middle. Those OB stakes are definitely in the players' heads.
Yeah, for sure.
And they do not let up as the hole moves on.
Wide open look here for Eveliina, but of course trees are just hugging her on both sides, making anything very hard, but she gets out there. Going to have a forehand from Heidi.
Really well placed.
Henna, perfect attacking position. Pulling up a destroyer. A little low, a little tight. Kicks OB. That's going to make a pretty tough fourth shot for her as well, being that close to the turn towards the basket. The corner there.
Eveliina content just to keep working her way down the fairway.
Yep. I love this. Get in there. Oh, so close.
I love the aggression.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I love it.
To kind of 2 smart shots and then just run it with a hyzer bomb. See some standstill game here from Heidi.
Ooh, leaking a little bit left. And OB, unfortunately.
Yeah, being aggressive and picking an OB you can sort of live with, and those are not the ones you want.
Eveliina running this? Ooh, she was indeed.
Absolutely.
Just kissing the basket on her way over there. A tough little...
See some more frisbee skills here from Henna.
It has the distance, it has the angle. Ooh, beautiful.
It's a great shot.
Yeah. Just to get the control and the angle correct, something like that. Fantastic. And a floater. Oh, that's nice. Nicely solved.
Maija's had some legit runs here in the front 9.
Yeah, for sure. Heidi. That is a beautiful putt.
Ring it up for Heidi.
Dead center. Well deserved. High five. We got Henna smashing one in there as well after a fantastic approach. And Eveliina getting away with the bogey.
She played that hole with quite a bit of restraint.
Yep.
Maija's just the people's champ out here. It's
it is what it is.
Everyone watching, I'm sure, is like rooting for her.
Yeah. All right, we're at hole 9. Last hole here at the front 9 is par 3, 76 meters. You will see the latest attack is for sure, despite it being fairly tight on the left and the right hand side. Just gonna keep it straight, just keep it true to the line, and just get it under the basket.
What we've seen where the trouble comes is those late left-hand trees. Let's see if the ladies can avoid them.
Wow, the tree whisperer and Salonen.
These two do train together. They're really good friends. It's fun to see them off the course at the big events.
What an advantage to have each other, to push each other and gain the momentum and the skills together. Oh, come on.
Just a basket seeker there.
Wow.
Yeah, Eveliina with the last ratings update is finally in the 970s, and I believe Henna's been there since October, now with identical 971 ratings.
Oh, this is going long. Smash by Heidi.
Yeah, Heidi's no slouch either, 922 rated. And whipping a forehand, Maija. Come on
forehand
back.
Flex. Fantastic.
Lands right behind the basket.
So Heidi will have... no, actually, Eveliina, after that little tree love, has the longest putt. Ooh, almost rings that one up. Well, Henna and Maija is comfortable within the circle. Wow.
Oh, Heidi.
She
That's
is
twice
getting it
now.
on. That's 2
Ringing
great
up
putts in
the
a row.
longer putts. Yeah, awesome.
She's hunting Maija. Now with that birdie. Okay, come on.
All right.
That was like 3.5 seconds and that disc was in the basket. Love it.
Yeah, we do have a nice battle brewing for 3rd place. Henna with a great birdie. She was just absolute ace run for the second time in the front 9.
And then we have Eveliina tapping that one out, which concludes the MBD coverage of the Prodigy Disc Pro Tour 2020 here at Tampere Disc Golf Center. The front 9 is done, and as you can see, Eveliina has a comfortable lead, but I will say that the fight now is going to be for third place, and I think we're in for a very fun and entertaining back 9, Dean. What do you think?
Yeah, I hope Henna and Eveliina cut loose a few monster drives with, not a lot to play for there in the standings for the tournament, but a lot of pride on the line, an awesome course to attack. This back 9 will be really difficult, so come on back and see what happens.
Yeah, and a special shout out to our Patreons and also, of course, Power Grip once again for making this coverage possible. If you haven't already, hit that bell, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the back 9.